start warming up. So we're gonna start with our feet about hip distance apart, standing nice and tall, softness in the knees, shoulders are back and down the back body. We begin from our head and work our way down to our toes. So inhaling, drawing our chin towards our chest and over to one side, exhaling back and around. And this week we're really focusing on connecting movement with breath. So I want us to really be intentional about that throughout the class and throughout the week. Just noticing the sensations as you breathe into the side and back lungs. And you exhale, drawing your belly button just slightly in towards the spine and sort of up underneath the rib cage. Inhaling, releasing that tension in the belly. Exhaling, drawing it in. Good. Go ahead and reverse direction when you're done with that rotation and take 3 or 4 rotations in this direction. Noticing any tension you're feeling in the neck, or even draw your awareness to any sensations you're feeling maybe down the arms, or in the front of the body, or in the back body. And start to recognize the connection between movement in one part of the body and how that impacts the rest of the body. Good. When you're done with that rotation, pick your head up through center. Let's do a couple of big inhales and exhales. So inhaling your arms up overhead, exhaling, release it down, bending into those knees. 2 more. Starting to get movement in the body now. Good. Last one here. This time, inhale those arms up overhead, hold them there. Drop one arm to your side and just get a little side bend action, really stretching out that one side of the body. Come up through center, inhale, exhale, other side. Good. One more time each side, inhale through center, exhale, stretch. Really thinking about flexing in one side of the rib cage, so really having equal weight across both feet, up through center, and then over to the other side, moving this fascia around. Good. Both arms up through center, inhale. Let's roll it down, exhale, start to peel it on down as if you're peeling your vertebrae one at a time, hands coming down towards the mat. Inhale, rolling it back up, stacking those vertebrae now, one on top of the other, head coming up last. Good, one more time, arms up overhead, inhale, exhale, roll it on down as if you're going over a beach ball, hands coming down towards the ground. Inhale, roll it on up. Awesome, let's take a couple of hip circles. Just wake up that lower body. Here we go. Always thinking about keeping our rib cage over our hips over our heels, one more each side. Awesome, then bring your feet about hip distance apart, come up onto one toe pad, exhale, lift up onto both toes, drop the first one down. Exhale, lift, drop the other one. So just a little prancing action here. Starting to get into our core to help us stay balanced as we pause briefly at the top. Good, waking up those glutes, those quads, those hamstrings, those calves. Here we go, one more each side, and lower it down. Shake it all out. All right, so first exercise we're gonna do is a narrow squat to a wide squat. So I'm gonna show you the low impact and the high impact version. Low impact is just a narrow squat back. So when we squat back, we wanna make sure our knees are not over our toes. Lift it up, okay? Step out to one side to a wide squat, sit it down, lift it up, back to narrow, and up, out to the other side, okay? That's low impact. I want you to exhale on the lift. High impact, our feet are hip distance apart, facing forward. We squat down, lift up, hop, out to wide, lift up, hop to narrow. So we're alternating with a plyo jump. You choose what feels right for your body. Those are your 2 options. We're gonna do 40 seconds on the clock and then 20 seconds off. Let's begin now. Let's go. Good. So think about sending your weight to those heels as you push up and making sure those feet are facing forward. Good. As your arms come up to help you, make sure not to hinge too forward with the chest. We've got about 10 seconds left. Keep going. I'm going to check you out. Good. Beautiful. Inhale down, exhale lift. Good. And pause. All right, not too bad, right? Next thing we're going to do is take a nice wide squat, slight external rotation now with the feet, meaning your toes are going to point slightly outward from you. Our hands are going to come behind our heads. Option to use hand weights if you want or not. Bend just slightly into the knees, so you're kind of thinking in just a little bit, not like a massive horse pose. We're going to do side oblique crunches, one side, other side, and then we're going to cross it out. So we're going to cross opposite arm to opposite knee, opposite arm to opposite knee. So side crunch, cross, cross, okay? High intensity, you use weights, and on your crosses, you do a full leg extension. So figure out what works for you. Let's start in 3, 2, 1. Good. Here we go. Side crunch, cross, cross, side, side. Good. Control the lift and lower of those legs. Really work on flexion in the rib cage as you reach down with those hands behind the leg. Good. Awesome. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. I love those because they sneak up on you and you're like, wow, wait, I actually did feel that. Feel that in my obliques. All right, next one, you're going to need that wine bottle, or for anyone else who might be watching this later, a hand weight. Wine bottles are always unopened, please, are always useful. We're going to take this in between both of our hands. We're going to do an overhead press as we either step it out to the side, low impact, okay, or high impact, jumping jack on the bottom as we press up through the top, overhead press. Pick up your poison. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Getting full body workout here, working all different types of muscle groups, landing light on the feet, making sure that weight is in front of you. Nice, Danny. Here we go. Keep breathing. You got this. 15 seconds left. Whew. Almost there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Awesome. Okay, next thing, we're going to need the chair, possibly. So there's 2 options. We're going to do a static forearm plank. Get really into those abs and back body. If you're using the chair, it's going to be low intensity because of the angle of our body. Make sure that all 4 legs are on your mat. Bring your forearms to the seat of the chair and step back into your plank position, okay? If you want high intensity, don't use the chair and come down onto the floor. The closer we are to the floor, the decreased angle of the body, the harder it's going to be because gravity wants to pull us down. So figure out which one works for you. We're going to hold it for 40 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Figure out what works. Awesome. Feet can be hip distance apart or closer together or wider apart. The wider your feet are, the more stable you will be. Push through those shoulders, look towards your hands, squeeze your glutes, and tuck the tail slightly under, which will help you draw your belly button up and back. I'm going to come check you out. You've got 10 seconds. Keep breathing. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on out of that. Nice. Starting to get a little glisten going on. All right, we're going to keep that chair, and we're going to move to tricep dips. So if we're sitting on the chair or stool or couch, you're going to place your hands either on the sides of the chair or on the front, depending on what's available to you. You're going to roll your shoulders back and down the back body, sitting up nice and straight, drawing that belly in. Walk forward so that your bum comes off of the seat. Lift up your toes so you're on your heels. Low intensity, we keep both legs down as we bend in the elbows, sending them back behind us, tricep dip. High intensity, we alternate single legs. For 2, put them down, other side, push, push, okay? Figure out what works. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Good. Lift up out of those shoulders. Nice. Abs are still on, they're always on. Exhale on the push. I'm gonna come check you out. Beautiful. Think elbows sending straight back behind you. Really get into that tricep. Beautiful, Danny. 10 seconds to go. You got this. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit yourself onto that chair. Roll it out. You can move that chair away. Next thing we got 2 more moves, and then we're going to take a break, and then we'll do it all over again. So, next move, we step out to the side, opposite hand comes down towards the ground, come up through center, other foot goes out, opposite hand comes down, okay? So it's like opposite toe tap to leg out to the side. Low intensity, just step it out and lift it up. High intensity, take a hop, okay? Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Good. Make sure to keep your head slightly lifted, chest slightly lifted. Here we go. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Cardio move here, little twist action. Gorgeous. Little inner thigh work sneaking up on us. Good. Figure out your pace. Almost there, 10 seconds. And bring it down. Woo! All right, last one. We're gonna bring it down to the mat for some bicycle abs, okay? Then we'll have about a minute break. So 2 options here. Low intensity. You come back onto your forearms, okay? If we're sort of in a relaxed position, lift your back up, sort of straighten it out, drawing your belly button in, and then lift your legs up into tabletop. We're gonna bicycle them out. So one leg goes long, one leg goes to the ceiling. Draw that knee in as your other leg goes towards the ground and start to bicycle, okay? Now, high intensity, you find your sits bones, okay? So you just balance and you do it that way. Woo! Late in the day. Figure out what works for you. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Yes. When I say switch, we're going to switch direction. Keep breathing. If you're on your forearms, remember to just lift up out of those shoulders so we don't get crunchy in the neck. We want to make sure that we're breathing into the abs and not into the neck. Switch direction. Beautiful, yes. Nice. Almost there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees in and sit it down. Shake out. Those hip flexors, if they got a little crunchy, coming up to standing, grab a sip of water. So those are all the moves that we have for today. We're going to do another round, and then we're going to cool it down. Perfect. Perfect timing. Whew. How you feel? Good. Okay. So I'm just going to show you, once again, just the first one we're going to do. We've got about 15 seconds on the clock. So we've got the narrow squat, lift up, open out to the side, wide squat, lift up. On your lift, really think about squeezing through the glutes and the inner thighs on the wide, okay? Squat, lift, out to the side, and then come back, okay? Or you add that plyometric hop. Let's begin now. If you're choosing to do the plyometric, the high intensity version, make sure you land light on the feet. If you're choosing the low impact option, really think about which muscles you are activating in the lower body. Here we go, I'm gonna come check you out. We're almost there. Good. You got this. Beautiful. Knees are facing straight forward, feet are facing straight forward. Great form for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Next one are standing obliques. So we take like kind of a second position. Feet are slightly externally rotated. Hands come behind the head. Slight little bend in the knees. Draw that belly up and in. We dip to one side. Exhale, lift. Dip to the other side. Exhale, lift. Opposite knee to opposite hand or toe. Opposite knee to opposite hand. All over again. Often to hold hand weights. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Really on those twists, get rotation in the torso so that it's like your hand is going towards your knee and your knee is lifting straight up in the position it's in. Nice. Here we go. Almost there. Hands go behind the legs on those oblique dips. For 5, 3, 2, and 1. I love those so much. Okay, you're going to grab one of your weights or whatever you're using for your weight, and we're going to do the jumping jacks with the overhead press. So low key, low intensity, so step to the side, high intensity, add the hop. Let's begin now. Here we go. Remember to breathe, landing light on the feet, making sure your feet aren't going out in external rotation, and make sure not to hit yourself with your weight. Here we go. Go, Danny. Almost there. We got this. We got 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, bring it down. All right. Aren't you glad you chose the hit day for the first one? So next up is our forearm plank. So either find your chair or come to the ground, whichever one works for you. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. So we are on our forearms. We push through those shoulders. We look towards our hands. We tuck our tail. We engage our core. Think about an energy like bolts of lightning coming out the crown of your head all the way down through your heels. I'm going to come check you out. Keep going. You're almost there. Keep breathing. Good. Almost. Lower that bum just slightly for me. Yep, right there. Hold it there. Hold it there. And lower down. Feel the difference in that engagement when you lower it just slightly. Beautiful. Tricep dips. Grab that chair. With any other props that you may have on your chair. Sit down on it. Find your position. Scoot your bum off. And let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Remember, you can either keep both feet down on the ground. If you do, please lift up your toes and walk those feet out far enough that you have about a 90-degree angle from your heel to your knee to your hip when your arms are fully extended. Your elbows want to go directly behind you. You want to exhale on the exertion. If you're choosing to do the single leg, go down twice on one leg, plant it down, other leg comes up. Almost there. I'm going to come check you out. Good. Beautiful. And pause. Put your bum on that chair. Roll out those shoulders. Move that chair out of the way. Ooh, we might be able to sneak in a little extra move. Good. Okay. Side tap. So one leg comes out to the side, opposite hand comes down towards the ground, step back, other leg goes out, other arm comes down, okay? Low intensity, tap it out. High intensity, add that hop. Figure out what works for you. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Almost done. Remember to breathe. Chest is slightly lifted. You're not looking down towards your feet, but just in front of you. Good. Nice. Here we go. Here we go. 15 seconds. Beautiful. Less than 10. Almost there. And bring it up. All right. Let's bring it down for bicycle abs. Remember, either finding your sits bones or coming down onto your forearms. We bicycle in one direction, and then when I say switch, we go in the other. Let's begin. In 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Keep breathing. Steady state. Make sure your feet are in parallel, not in turnout. Your knees are in line with your hips. Your toes are in line with your knees. Go ahead and switch direction. Good. Slow it down for me just a little bit. Yeah, get full extension on those legs. Better. You're going to feel it deeper. 5 seconds to go. And pause. Awesome. Okay. Now that we are on the ground, we're going to add in a little sneak attack because we can. We're going to lay down on our bellies, okay? You're going to grab your bottle of wine. I'm going to grab my hand weight. This is optional. You're going to extend your arms long in front of you. Tuck your tail down, draw your belly up. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lift your legs and your arms up. And then either stay here for low impact or start fluttering your legs like you're swimming for high impact. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. So either static lift or flutter away. Upper body stays static, holding that weight in between the hands. Good. Try to keep those hips and that torso relatively steady. So maybe that means slowing your flutter down. We're trying not to move the torso. That is stable, and we're mobilizing from the hips, from the glutes, that lower body. Gonna come check you out. You got 10 seconds. Nice. Here we go. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on out of it. Woo! Push back into a child's pose. Drop that weight. And stretch out that back body that you just fired up. Breathe into it. On your next inhale, come on up to all fours. Lift your right hand up. Exhale as you weave it underneath your left shoulder, bringing your right ear down to the mat. Getting a little bit of a twist here. Breathe into that back body and that shoulder girdle. We are now in the cool down phase. Inhale as you come up out of that twist. Plant that hand down. Lift your left hand up. Exhale as you weave it underneath the right, bringing your left ear down to the mat. Beautiful. Few breaths here. Inhale as you come on out of it, plant those hands down, and then sit back onto your heels and swing your legs around so they're now in front of you. Good. Bend one knee, lift it up and over the opposite leg and hug that knee into your chest with a nice tall spine. Take a few breaths here, stretching out that glute. Go ahead and extend that leg long, bending the other knee, lifting it up over the extended leg, hugging that glute into your chest. It goes by so fast, doesn't it? That was 30 minutes. It's nuts. Good. Extend both legs long. Inhale your arms up overhead, drawing your belly back and up. Exhale as you hinge forward with a straight spine to the point that you can, and then fold it down, letting your hands fall either on your shins, by your ankles, behind the toes, behind the arches. Really stretching out the backs of those legs, that back, shoulders down away from the ears. On your next inhale, come on up to a nice tall spine. Open your legs out to the width of the mat. Arms come in front of you. We're going to do just a couple of roll downs and ups because it's really good for the spine. Inhale as you come back off of that sacrum. Exhale as you lay it all the way down, one vertebrae at a time. Head coming down last, arms coming slightly overhead. Inhale. Exhale as you start to curl it up, using that breath to lift you up and hinge it forward so your hands come over the feet. Inhale, grow nice and tall through your spine. Exhale, roll it on down. Really thinking about basically doing a roll up and roll down just in a seated position. Here we go. Inhale, grow nice and tall. One more. Exhale, roll all the way down. Really think about laying one vertebrae down at a time. Head last, inhale. Exhale, curl it all the way up. Hinge forward. Inhale, nice tall spine. Release your arms down. Bend one leg in front of you like you're going to be cross-legged. Other toes point behind you. So we're in what's called a Z-sit. It's going to open up that hip flexor, and it's going to feel really nice as we stretch. Grab onto the shin. Other arm comes out long. Inhale as we flex through the rib cage, reaching up and over. Exhale, release. Good. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, straighten it out. Last time, inhale, up and over. Exhale, rotate through the rib cage so you're looking down towards the mat. Inhale, come out of rotation. Exhale, come out of that twist. Cross the legs so the opposite leg comes across, opposite toes go behind. Find your sit bones if you can on the mat. Hold on to your shin, other hand comes out wide. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, release. Inhale, up and over. Really sinking down into the mat with those sit bones. Exhale, release. Last time, add the twist. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, twist just through the rib cage. Look down towards that shin or mat. Inhale, come out of that twist first. And then exhale, lift it back up. Cross both legs in front of you now. Take your hands, swing yourself forward and plant your fingertips down. Extend your legs long so you come into a forward fold and uncross your legs. Grab opposite elbows with opposite hands. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Let your hands drop down. Exhale all your air out. Final roll up. Inhale, hands to shin, extend your spine long. Exhale, fold, hands to mat. Inhale as you start to roll it all the way up. Head coming up last. And we're all done.